ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ। ਇੱਕ ਓਮਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਇੱਕ ਓਮਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਇੱਕ ਓਮਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ, ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੱਚੇ। हवाए बंदगी अवर दार वजूद मरा वगरना जो के चुनी आमदैन नमूद मरा। कमाले करामात कायम करीम रजा बख्श राज़क़ हको रहीम। अमा बख्शो बख्शन देहो दस्तगीर रजा बख्श रोजी देहो दिल पजीर। शहनशाह खूबी देहो रहनुमू के बेगूनो बेचूनो चूबे नमू। न साजो न बाजो न फौजो न फर्श खुदावंद बख्शन देंगे। वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। We are visiting the Bani of Anand Sahib. Bani Guru, Guru hai Bani, which Bani Amrit Sare. Reciting, analyzing, understanding Bani is like visiting the Guru. If our Guru is in physical form today, we will go to meet him. We will discuss what is the Guru's man, what is the Guru's understanding of life, what lies at the crux of our approach towards understanding life. It will be the Guru's Bani. We are analyzing Guru Nanak, Guru Gobind Singh, Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj through the Bani. And in that understanding, we are trying to understand ourselves. At the core of human experience lies this intense search for happiness. Everything we ever do is to live happy, to be happy, and be happy forever. That is our entire life experience. But then something goes wrong because we don't find that happiness forever. Nor do we understand where to look for it. Where does it lie? We think we know. Nanak Guru na chetni. I don't want a Guru. I know. Man apne suchet. My mind knows. Chhoote tilboar diyo sunje andar khet. Guru says it's like the plants left in the sesame field, which rot in their own existence and don't find a meaningful realization of fruit of life. What is the fruit of life? Where to search for it? This Bani of Anand Sahib is composed by Guru Amardas, the third Guru Nanak, the third Mahal. We say Mehla. Mehla meaning the third house of visiting the Guru. First Mehla, second Mehla, third Mehla, like that we go. Bani is composed in Pauri forms. Step, Pauri meaning steps. So each step we take towards understanding the Bani, we hopefully should understand something more about ourselves. We are at the 11th and the 12th Pauri of this Bani. Anand is an absolute word meaning unconditional happiness. A door to which is opened by the Guru. When we meet the Guru, he opens the door to this Anand provided. What is provided is understand in this 11th and 12th Pauri. What do we need to do? And here he is explaining what remains with me in life. I have gone through so many experiences and so many incarnations, so many forms, shapes, different experiences in my journey of this soul. But what remains with me is defined today in this 11th Pauri. What should I do at the core of my life There are some things we can go wrong in, some things we can never go wrong in. Psychologists say most of the time 60% we are wrong. But where are the choices of that 40% where we can never go wrong? This is the Guru's words, Guru's Upadesh. How listening to the Guru becomes light, becomes knowledge, awareness. How the hindrances of life go away. And how does this happen? Why does this happen? An experience of a Sikh meeting a Guru, a searcher meeting, a seeker meeting someone who can answer and give his realization to his seeking. That is what Bani is. And in the 12th body, we will see further. Guru uses some cryptic words, agam agochara. So, let's first read through. Mandeep ji is here today to read the Bani. And someone asked me the other day about Guru Gobind Singh Sahib. And I find that very difficult to relate to because we are trying to define the undefined. What and how, where is Guru? How is it form and shape of Guru? How would it be? These are imaginations. Guru doesn't live, his reality doesn't live in the thought experience or in the experience of the defined world. This defined world which we live in, Guru calls this Maya. He says this is like a dream. Then do you think they will be residing in this dream, Guru? Guru is more stable, is more merged with the Creator. Then for us to think that we can fathom, explain, understand, imagine the Guru is an erroneous way of knowing Guru. To know the Guru, one step would be to know Bani, away from form and shape, Shabad. Shabad also has, like an allegory, different meaning in different planes. And in the ultimate plane of Shabad, there is no form or shape. It's the embodiment of where the Creator himself resides and rests in the Shabad. The experience of the Shabad with the Man is where we meet God. We will read through the 11th and then the 12th bodies after that. Anand Sahib is the Bani of Guru Amardas Maharaj. Govindwal Sahib, a magical place where 3 Gurus have been connected and where the foundation stone or in thought of Darbar Sahib was created by Guru Amardas, and then Guru Ramdas went to Amritsar and revealed the place of Darbar Sahib Amritsar. Mandeep ji will grace thee. Thank you.
Right, Guruji. So I requested if I could do it instead of Mandeep.
I got Mandeep's name. You're most welcome. Thank you.
Right, Guru. ए मन प्यारिया तू सदा सच संभाले, एहो कुटम तू जी देखदा, चले नाही तेरे नाले, साथ तेरे चले नाही, तिस नाल क्यों चित लाइयै, ऐसा कम मूले न कीचै, जित अंत पछोताइयै। सतगुर का उपदेश सुन, तू होवे तेरे नाले, कहे नानक मन प्यारे, तू सदा सच संभाले। हे मन प्यारिया तू सदा सच संभाले, एहो कुटम तू जी देखदा, चले नाही तेरे नाले, साथ तेरे चले नाही, तिस नाल क्यों चित लाइयै, ऐसा कम मूले न कीचै, जित अंत पछोताई है। सतगुरु का उपदेश सुन, तू होवे तेरे नाले। कहे नानक मन प्यारे, तू सदा सच संभाले।
Thank you, Gagan. Maharaj is guiding us towards the mind. This entire experience of our life is played in a field called the man. On one side of this man is the soul, where there is no change. And on the other side is the body, the physical experience of life. Through the physical experience of life, we move towards the mind and then towards the soul. Guru is today guiding us towards two important issues of life. One is we have to take care of our man. How do we take care of the man? He uses a word which is very intense but very small, Sach. It's actually Guru Nanak Sahib's favorite word. Sachkhand, Satnam. So what does this Sach entail? What is this Sach? And then he tells us what remains with us and what doesn't remain with us in life. And what are our choices about all this? What do the choices we make, how they seem wrong, and the concept of the absolute, the ending of life. Because this is, the Pauri is also has in it the presence of death and life both. Change. What does change entail for us? We get very confused, and it's actually not a miracle we get confused, because we are living in three different planes and we have knowledge of only one, or we have invested most of our efforts in this one physical plane of life. Our relationships, our hatreds and loves, our right and wrong, our conditioned mind is all based on the physical life of the body, of our senses. See, touch, feel, hear. But Maharaj, the body's experience with us is how long? We want to elongate it. We want longevity. We want to keep increasing our lifespan. We fear death. So the entire creation is moving towards longevity while destroying the world it lives in. See the dichotomy, the conflict. It's destroying the environment of this physical body and trying to give longevity to the body. It's got bad air, bad water, and then it wants a long life. It defeats the purpose. Those nations who have money in the world today, there you can drink water from the river. The Ruhr River in Germany was the most polluted river in Germany. It is where forging plants were established in the 1800s. Today you can drink water from that river. They have made some choices. Every river in Germany, I don't know about the rest of Europe, but in Germany, every river you can drink the water. They clean their water before they throw it into the river. That's one way of preserving and giving longevity to myself. But I see in the West, there is an attitude of acceptance as well. They don't fear death. Of course, there's an anagram, there's a device built into their life where they feel they will meet Jesus and then find heaven or hell, and so they rest their mind in that. What I'm trying to say is that our choices of life and understanding of life, there is a conflict. we work towards our family, our children, our careers, businesses, society, status in society. Those are important things. But the canvas of life doesn't end in the physical life. And what and how much do we know about life to give this conclusion to ourselves that there is something beyond life, something beyond this physical life? Even if we tell ourselves, we don't believe it. Whenever we sit in discussions, friends will say, what will go with us? Saath kya jana hai? But their actions don't mean that. Their actions don't mean that nothing will go with us. Their actions mean we will live forever. Everything is ours. And everything we have is ours forever. That's why the search, at least in Indian culture, for boys as children, so that my family exists after me. As though the existence of the family is my longevity. But this is how the culture has been built. What is it that remains with me? What is it that Guru is talking about the man, which is more critical? This whole paradigm of life is won or lost in the man, Guru says. Man jeete jag jeet. If we have figured out the mind, if we figured out the man, then we've figured out life, so to say. And the man has different paradigms. One is the physical aspect of the man. And there the pain exists, the sorrow exists, deeper sense. Wherever there is a physical presence, there is the concept of pain. The soul has no pain. The body has pain. And the man, if it is connected with the physical, and if it is connected with the identity of I, this is my body, will also feel the pain. But if the man is disconnected from the body, is that possible? To disconnect while living, to have a disconnect between the body and the man. Then there is no pain. The physical body will go through the physical torture, but he or she will not feel the pain. That's why you see all these martyrdoms which are gone through, Sikh history at least, even in other religions. Mansoor, for example, he's being cut to pieces and he laughs and he says, I have been cut to pieces. But I am not. I don't feel the pain. They are not cutting me, they are cutting my body. So the identity of me, body, becomes different. Between me and the body, there is a difference. I am not the body. There is a disconnect. There is a huge paradigm difference now in life. I am not the body. And I am entirely the body. I stand before a mirror, we spend money on cosmetics, all these efforts, buying nice clothes, it's all to reinforce the body experience, which is part of the life experience, but not the entire experience. Our whole experience is only the body experience. That is the issue. And then there lies the conflict. This body is not forever. It's not going to be with me forever, which Guru says in the second line, "Hai kutum jo tu dekhda, chale nahi tere nale." Kutum means family. Let's include all the physical aspects of life. Because everything is family. The family starts with the physical body. My choices of career, my experience of society, my friends, my choices of what I want to do, it's everything to do with the physical body. If there is no body, all this is gone forever. In a flash. gone without a warning, without a signal, and we have invested everything in this, let me assume, a bag of wealth we have created, which can be taken away by anyone. I travel in a bus, and I'm carrying this money, jewels, everything about life in this one bag of mine. A small handbag, which has everything in it, diamonds, the whole life experience. And anybody can just snatch it away from me with no warning, and it's gone. My entire life experience is gone in a second, in a flash. What remains, Maharaj? What will remain with me is the realization of life. But if I go through this whole life experience till the end, and then I realize that everything is taken away, then there is no returning back. Then it's a done deal. Everything is gone. All of life is gone. No decisions can be changed. There is a finality to it with death. The journey becomes very different after death. Regret is part of that experience, which is what Guru says here. But that regret can't change us then. Our choices are already done. While living, we have choices. What are those choices? This is what this 11th Pauri, Aatamras is telling us. E man pyarya, tu sada sach samale. First thing the Guru does is focuses our mind on the man. How much do we focus on the man is for us to question ourselves. How much do we sit with our man? When there is none other, we just sit with our thoughts. Watch them, become witness to them rather than be party to these thoughts. How much? All our lives, so much of movement in this thought mind. And we don't know where we end up. Even the Guru experience is in this thought mind. Imagine the Guru, form, shape. Guru is not form, shape. Guru is beyond form and shape. So if we fathom the Guru as a picture, as a statue, as a canvas, that's all in the moving mind, all Maya. It is not the absolute reality. And we want to invest in this only. That was my suggestion to this lady who was asking me about Guru Sahib in living world. Invest in the non-thought Guru. Don't keep thinking, imagining, because the Guru is Agam. Next Pauri we will see these words, Agam and Agochar. Guru cannot come in our hand. We cannot. It's like a child knows the father's birth, they say. Like a river knows the ocean. No, it doesn't happen. Maharaj says, E man pyarya. He is focusing on the man. And he is being loving. He is resting the conflicts. With love, he rests the conflicts. Tu sada. Sada word means timeless. Beyond death. Beyond the experience of life and death. Sada. Where there is no clock left. There is no time. There is no change happening. Forever. Sada. Tu sada sach samale. Such. Maharaj, what is such? There lies the whole cryptic message of Guru Sahib. Sach samale. Then it takes us away from our physical body, our relationships, our physical experience, our conditioned mind. The such is not the changing mind. The definition of such in an absolute form is that which never changes, forever is, and is in entire creation. It's literally the creator, the Sach. Only one truth in the world, Sat Nam. Maharaj, we go through life, we live through so many intense experiences, so much searching, so much pain, so much expectation and disappointment, so many wantings, but it gets us nowhere because we don't know what to look for where. In this whole search of life, we've got lost. We don't understand any part of life which really matters, in the long run. Guru in Asadivar uses this word, they lambi nadar nihali, have a long-term vision of life, lambi nadar. Look at the horizon and think and know, and then choose your steps. Don't be short-termed about life. But we are completely short-term. We don't have any vision of long-term life. There is a beautiful story of Rabia. I have narrated it earlier. There's a place called Basra in Iraq. Rabia is a Sufi sant. The only one Sufi sant who edited the Quran. The only one person who ever did that. Rabia tells her friends, I lost my needle. Help me find it. She calls them in the morning and all day they search for it. She doesn't find it. In the evening before it gets dark, they ask her and she tells them that I have dropped it in the house. And then they were very angry with her. Said, you dropped it in the house and we are searching for it outside. Why did you do that? Rabia, the smile on her face, and she says, this is exactly what we all do with life. We've lost something and we assume it is where the light is. It is where the movement is. It is where the noise is. That's where it lies, in the outside physical world. And so we keep searching there, but we didn't drop it there. The life's inner core experience is not in the physical, changing world. It's in the non-changing, the Sach world. It's in the experience of life which never falters, which has no errors, which is perfection. But there is an issue with this Sach. There is a huge conflict between this Sach and me. The I is in a very big war with this Sach. I don't want to lose my I ever. So, as they say in English, have your cake and eat it too, or eat your cake and have it too. We want that. To enter this Sach world, to enter this world where nothing changes, where God exists. There was somebody gave me a description of God, generator, observer or something, and then destroyer, God. I was quite amused by that explanation. But remember, Maharaj, the pain is ours to live. And the choices are ours. And if there is ignorance in our choices, and we keep dropping ourselves into pain, then we are answerable for that pain. Our real search is where there is no pain, where there is happiness. But we cling on to this physical world very strongly. We cling on to this I world very hard. We don't want to give it up. To the point that in this physical world lies the poison of our soul. Bhik Maharaj says, Antar basena, bahar jai. Guru Maharaj says, you don't want to go inside your man. You want to keep traveling outside. Amrit chad bikhe bikkhai. Amrit means no death and happiness together. Sada. I leave Amrit, I leave Anand, I leave happiness and choose poison again and again and again. That is why we are wandering. throughout lifetimes, through generations, through life experiences, through so many incarnations. A huge travel of pain and burden we carry. Kot janam ke dukh gavayo. So much sorrow and pain that it makes us fearful, makes us scared of life. Now, choices become very limited. Kit kit bid jagupje purkha. Kit kit tuk binas jai. How does the world come about, Maharaj? And where will the pain go away? How does my pain go away? Home vid jagupje. This ego has in it inbuilt pain. It has some balance between pain and happiness, but the happiness is not the longer experience. The pain is more long, more precipitative. It's more intensely felt. And in that we lose everything. Maharaj says sada, forever. Such, that which never changes. Go beyond the physical body. Physical body is entirely changing. The man has it's like a bridge. So it also has three aspects to it. One is the aspect of the man, which is constantly thought mind. Like this friend who was trying to search for Guru Sahib in the thought. Where's Guru Gobind Singh Sahib? He is everywhere, but not in your thought. The most difficult part in all our experience of life, which I found, is where we are all stuck, is we don't stabilize the mind ever. We don't know a mind which is no thought. Look what Guru Bhagat Kabir says. Tukdam karari jo karo. Hold the breath, the mind for a second, for a fraction of a second. Stabilize the mind. Hazir Huzur Khudai, and God is before you. Don't need to search. Chalte ho man rakhe. Drop the moving mind. Amrit chakhe. And you have Anand within you. Aise man ko koi khojo pai. Search this moving mind. Tan chute man kahan samai. When the body is gone, where does the mind go? What is beyond the physical body? All these experiences are telling us. All these shabads, these words, the Guru's direction today. Go beyond your physical body. But we are trapped there again and again and again. And we are so trapped that when we enjoyed all this, the pleasures which this body can give us, we want to draw out its strength from the core. So we abuse, substance abuse comes from there. We want to find the psychology of the mind where I can draw it out and bring it into the ego. And in that everything is destroyed. The whole pyramid of life is dropped. The moment we do this, that we try and through substance seek the soul experience, we drop it all then. Guru says to sada sach samale. Go to the physical, beyond the physical life. Go beyond the physical experience of life. Because the real life is not this changing world. This is the dream world, Guru says. Jo supna ar pekhna, taise jag ko jaan. Like a dream. But Maharaj, I'm living the physical body. If somebody pricks me a pin, I feel the pain. You are saying it's a dream. Because in the next line he explains, "Ae kutumb, tu jo dekhda, chale nahi tere nale." This family, this physical body, these choices of our senses, this is also our family. The ears, eyes, nose, these are our choices. Chale nahi tere nale. The mind sees through the mind's focus and dhyan. It does not see through the eyes. Eyes are a tool to see. They are not the absolute reality. The eyes are gone, the mind can still see. It can still feel. It can still know. The mind is the potent energy, the empowered tool within us. The mind is the real play of life. Everything of life is invested in this mind, Maharaj. If we know the man, then we know what life is and what death is. And we transcend death by knowing what is the man. Bhagat Kabir says, Marta marta jagmu amar bhi na jane koi. The whole world is dying, but they don't know what is death. Aisi marni jo mare, bhaur na marna hoy. But when you know what death is, if you're aware of death and then die, then you will know there is no death. Aisi marni jo mare, bhaur na marna hoy. Maharaj says that this physical body, physical life, is part of our life. It's not as though it is not there. It's not as though we don't live it. We are in denial. There is no relationships, there is no family, no work. No, he's not saying that. He's saying while living that, learn to go beyond it. The physical body is very much a part of life. Our relationships are very much a part of life. And without knowing them, living them, we will not know what is life. That helps us define life. If there is no physical body, we will not know that beyond the physical body the soul lies, because we have not experienced the physical body. So this is an experience which guides us towards our inner self, an opportunity. Pahi prapat manuk de huriya, gobind milan ki hai teri bariya. Eh kutum jo tu dekhta, chale nahi. They don't live very long with us. This is what we need to understand. These are our journey tools, like a car we have, or an aeroplane we get onto, or a train we get onto. In the end of the journey, we get off it. We don't get on the aeroplane or the plane, the train or the car and not leave it, not get so attached to it that we forget the journey. This is what we are doing. In life, we've forgotten the journey, and we've held on to the tools of journeying life. The body, family, life. These are the things on the way. We think this is all of life. We assume there is nothing else beyond this, and that is our error. This is what Guru is pointing out to us. Kutam jo tu dekhda, chale nahi tere nale. It's not going to be long with you, as long as the body is. Saath tere chale nahi. It doesn't go with you. Saath tere chale nahi, tes naal kyo chit laiye. Why have you invested everything of your chit? Man, again the man. Why is the entire man invested in the physical body? This is Guru asking us this. When it is not going to be with you for long, what is it that hinders you to go beyond this? Go beyond the physical experience. Go beyond the physical life. To search the man within. Saath tere chale nahi, tis naal kyo chit laiye. Why? When it's, you know there is an ending, a termination to this experience. Aisa kam mule na kiche. Jit ant pachotaiye. Never do that which you regret in the end of the road. This physical life has an ending. It has a beginning. It has a birth and it has a death. And if we have not experienced the core of physical life and understood the darshan of the soul, the Atma, that which lives forever, the Sach, then it will have a terminating effect. Everything will be gone. Don't do, he says, aisa kam mule na ki. Mule mean Never do this, where you regret end of life, whatever you have done in life. We have guilt about so many small things of life. So many issues make us guilt. But the guilt actually should be of not living beyond the physical body. That is the core fault of life, where I don't want to give up my ego and go beyond the thought mind. I just want to hold on to my thought. And in some ways, I think it's a little bit vulgar that I want to also define my Guru in my terms. They tell me how Guru looked, how Guru was, how Guru is within the thought world. I want to define. And that is a real error. Guru is not in this defined world in the way we think he is. Guru is everywhere. But we want to define him in our terms. So we want to meet the Guru, God, Creator, our terms, through the ego, through I. I know everything. This is what it says. I know Guru also then. I can define the Guru. I can measure the Guru. I have made Guru a part of my Maya. And that becomes my wall. It's an inbuilt strategy of not dropping the thought, not dropping the man, keeping ourselves wandering in this man always, and yet convincing ourselves I am spiritual because I'm thinking of the Guru. I'm thinking how the Guru is, what form, what shape, how tall, how form or shape of Guru is temporary reality. Guru's presence is a hazuri beyond the senses. Maharaj says, Satgur ka updesh sun tu. This is our other problem. We never listen. We listen, yet we don't listen. We listen to what the other says and we are judging. This is right, this is wrong. This he said is right, this she said was right. This is a zero-sum game. We don't actually listen to the Shabad as though we are completely committed to Shabad. Only then can the Guru be met completely. And unless this meeting is complete in totality, like the boiling water, the water has to go to 100 degrees boil and then it has a difference on the water. So we can go to 98, yet it will not boil. 95, not boil. So we become spiritual to maintain our ego and then come back and never drop the ego. The water never boils. A reality never comes in front of us. And we never see that experience which we are really seeking at the core, which is our real search, which we are desperate to find. We never find it because this ego plays this game. I imagine the Guru and everything. I know the Guru. I know these Shabads. I have learned this. I've learned this Shabad. I know Kirtan. This is all a trap. Unless I know how to go beyond the man. Maharaj says, Satgur ka updesh sun tu. Listen to the Guru. Hove tere nale. The Guru is with you. Guru is with us always. Guru is within us and without us, everywhere. Hove tere nale. Guru is never gone away. Sada. Satgur Sada. Guru is always with us. Then Maharaj says, Kahe Nanak man pyare, tu sada sach samale. He reinforces this search of the man for such, for truth, for beyond the physical experience of life. The 12th body.
Right. Really, can I start?
Anjay, please.
अगम अगोचरा तेरा अंत न पाया, अंतो न पाया किने तेरा, अपना आप तो जाना है। जी जंत सब खेल तेरा, क्या कहो आँख बखाने, आँखें ता वेखै सब तू है, जिन जगत उपाया। कहे नानक तू सदा अगम है, तेरा अंत ना पाया। अगम अगोचरा, तेरा अंत ना पाया, अंतो ना पाया कीने तेरा, अपना आप तू जाने। जी जंत सब खेल तेरा, क्या को आँख बखाने। आँख है ता वेखै सब तू है, जिन जगत उपाया। कहे नानक तू सदा अगम है, तेरा अंत ना पाया। वाहिगुरू।
Thank you, Gagan. Agam Agochara. Agam means where we cannot go. We can't go to the soul. We only know the physical form. Agochara, that which is beyond the senses, can't be known through the senses. And these are our entire work experiences. We want to go, observe, see, test, and then know what is creation. But we cannot go where reality is. We don't have the feet. Even if there is a person who has realized, his ego has to be dropped before he reaches this experience. So Guru says two things. Aume naame naal birod hai, to ina bas ek tha birod. They are in conflict. Ego has to be dropped before you enter the realm of the Creator. Naam. The second thing which Guru says is that the ego is where the pain exists, where all the choices of life we have made, where the I exists, where the right and wrong exists, where the karma exists, the baggage of our own man which creates this good and bad, high and low, rich and poor, it all exists in this changing man. This doesn't have any relation with Agam, with the Creator's presence. The Creator's presence is beyond this right and wrong. These are tools for our physical, social life. The conditioned mind, the thought mind. The Anand experience is where the Creator is, and there we cannot go, our ego cannot go. And we cannot measure the Creator. If we would measure the Creator, then the Creator is Maya, part of the experience which changes. Whatever can be measured is Maya. Agam agochara, tera ant na paya. But the ego has a need. We want to measure everything, define everything. How many kilometers away, how many light years away, how much size, what is the nature, what is the form, how much iron, how much chromium, how much vanadium. So we think we know after that. We think we've understood. We've measured creativity, we've measured nature, we've measured creation in this way. Guru says there is no way of measuring the Creator. Tera ant na paya. Ant na paya tene. Kine tera. No one, kine. No one has found and measured your presence. Apna aap tu jane. You yourself know. You are the one who knows only who you are, what you are, what is your defined parameters. This is part of the Japji where the hukam exists. Hukam can never be known. Hukam na keha jai. Maharaj says, Ji jant sab khel tera. Now the question, why does the creation exist? It's the Creator's hukam. It is his play. Hai parpanch, par brahm ki leela. The Creator's play. Making us part of his sada experience. If we know how to drop the ego, then we merge the Guru. So the I never meets the Guru. I never meets. I is dropped before the Guru comes. जी जंत सब खेल तेरा, क्या को आँख वखाणे. And who can say anything about this? Who can say about this play of life? आँखों ता वेखे सब तू है. One who knows, one who has found, one who has listened to the Shabad. सुनिए, सुनिए मनिए, मन कीता पाओ, अंतर्गत तीरथ मल्ला. गाविए सुनिए मन रखिए पाओ, दुख पर हर सुख कर ले जाए. तो सुनना is the experience of life, the knowledge of awareness of life, the gyan of life lies in sunnah. Transformation of the man will happen with sunnah. Of what? Of Shabad. So wherever there will be Shabad Dhyan, there will be sunnah. The four bodies of sunnah, and then manan comes. The initiation of the spiritual life happens from sunnah. When we listen unconditionally to the Guru's Shabad, then we get transformed, we get changed forever. We move away from dual mind, from divided mind to one mind. Prab ki ustat karo, sant meet, savdhan, ekagar jeet. Akota vekhe sab tu hai. He says everywhere you are. Everywhere the Creator is. It's all the Creator. And all these physical attributes of life are like waves in His creation. One wave will come, the other will go. Ocean will fall back. Physical life will be coming and will go. And nothing of what we know of life will be what it is. It will be all gone and something new will come. Like a wave after a wave after a wave. आँखों ता वेखे सब तू है. जिन जगत उपाया. Who has created this world? You have created the entire creation. कहे नानक तू सदा अगम है. You are forever and I will never be able to reach you. Agam. I can never go to where you are. Tera ant na paya, and I can never measure you. The human ego can never measure the Creator. It can only merge with it and become the Creator's part by dropping its ego. These are the 11th and 12th bodies of Anand Sahib. If you have any questions, if you want to ask something, you want to say something, please raise your hand. We can discuss it. We conclude the session with Anand Sahib. So, Gaganveer will say the Anand Sahib 6 bodies. If you have any question, if you want to say something, ask something, please raise your hand or you can write it out also. No questions, it seems. Ji. So should we conclude with Anand Sahib? Gaganveer?
वाहिगुरु वाहिगुरु. रामकली महला तीजा. आनंद एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद. आनंद पाया मेरी माए सतगुरु मैं पाया. सतगुर ता पाया सहज सेती.
मन वजिया
वाधाइयां.
राग रतन
परवार परिया. शब्द गावने आइयां. सब दोत गावो हरि केरा. मन जिनि वसाया. कहे नानक आनंद होवा.
सतगुरु मैं पाया. हे मन मेरेया तू सदा रहो हर नाले.
हर नाल रहो तू मन मेरे.
दुख सब विकारना.
अंगीकार ओ करे तेरा.
कारज सब सवारना. सबना गला समरथ स्वामी.
ਸੋ ਕਿਉ
ਮਨੋ
ਮਨੋ
ਵਿਸਾਰੇ
ਕਹੈ ਨਾਨਕ ਮਨ ਮੇਰੇ
ਸਦਾ ਰੋ ਹਰ ਨਾਲੇ
ਸਾਚੇ ਸਾਹਿਬਾ ਕਿਆ ਨਾਹੀ ਕਰਤੇ ਰਹਿ ਕਰਤਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਸਭ ਕਿਛ ਹੈ
ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਸੋ ਪਾਵੇ ਸਦਾ ਸਿਫਤ ਸਲਾਹ ਤੇਰੀ ਨਾਮ ਮਨ ਵਸਾਵੇ ਨਾਮ ਜਿਨ ਕੈ ਮਨ ਵਸਿਆ ਵਾਜੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਕਨੇਰੇ ਕਹੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੱਚੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਿਆ ਨਾਹੀ ਕਰਤੇ ਰਹਿ ਸਾਚਾ ਨਾਮ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਧਾਰੋ ਸਾਚ ਨਾਮ ਆਧਾਰ ਮੇਰਾ ਜਿਨ
ਭੁੱਖਾ ਸਭ ਗਵਾਈਆਂ
ਕਰ ਸ਼ਾਂਤ ਮਨਾਏ ਵਸਿਆ ਜਿਨ ਇੱਛਾ ਸਭ ਪੁਜਾਈਆਂ ਸਦਾ ਕੁਰਬਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗੁਰ ਵਿਟੋ ਜਿਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਇਹ ਵਡਿਆਈਆਂ ਕਹੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੁਣੋ ਸੰਤੋ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤਰੋ ਪਿਆਰੋ ਸਾਚਾ ਨਾਮ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਧਾਰੋ ਵਾਜੇ ਪੰਜ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਕਰ ਸੁਭਾਗੈ ਕਰ ਸੁਭਾਗੈ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵਾਜੈ ਜਿਤ ਕਰਤਾਰਿਆ ਪੰਜ ਦੂਤ ਤੁਧ ਵਸ ਕੀਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਕੰਟਕ ਮਾਰਿਆ ਤੁਰ ਕਰਮ ਪਾਇਆ ਤੁਜਿਨ ਕੋ ਸੇ ਨਾਮ ਹਰ ਕੇ ਲਾਗੇ ਕਹਿ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੈਸ ਕੋ ਤਿਤ ਕਰ ਆਨੰਦ ਵਾਜੇ ਆਨੰਦ ਸੁਣੋ ਵਡ ਭਾਗੀ ਹੋ ਸਗਲ ਮਨੋਰਥ ਪੂਰੇ ਪਾਰ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਪਾਇਆ ਉਤਰੇ ਸਗਲ ਵਿਸੂਰੇ ਦੁਖ ਸੰਤਾਪ ਉਤਰੈ ਸੁਣੀ ਸੱਚੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਸੰਤ ਸਾਜਨ ਪੈ ਸਰਸੇ ਪੂਰੇ ਗੁਰ ਤੇ ਜਾਣੀ ਸੁਣਤੇ ਪੁਨੀਤ ਕਹਤੇ ਪਵਿੱਤ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਰਹਿਆ ਪਰ ਪੂਰੇ ਬਿਨਵੰਤ ਨਾਨਕ ਗੁਰ ਚਰਨ ਲਾਗੇ ਵਾਜੇ ਅਨਹਦ ਤੁਰੇ ਪਵਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਾਣੀ ਪਿਤਾ ਮਾਤਾ ਧਰਤ ਮਹਤ ਦਿਵਸ ਰਾਤ ਦੁਇ ਦਾਇਆ ਖੇਲੇ ਸਗਲ ਜਗਤ ਚੰਗਿਆਈਆਂ ਬੁਰਿਆਈਆਂ ਵਾਚੇ ਧਰਮ ਹਦੂਰ ਕਰਮੀ ਆਪੋ ਆਪਣੀ ਇਹ ਨੇੜਾ ਕੇ ਦੂਰ ਜਿਨੀ ਨਾਮ ਤੇ ਆਇਆ ਗਏ ਮਸਕਤ ਕਾਲ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਮੁਖ ਉਜਲੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਛੁੱਟੀ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਨੀ ਨਾਮ ਤੇ ਆਇਆ ਗਏ ਮਸਕਤ ਕਾਲ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਮੁਖ ਉਜਲੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਛੁੱਟੀ ਨਾਲ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Thank you so much everyone. We have a session coming up on Dhyan on 24th of May this month. If anybody is interested, please post in the group. There's information, the banner is posted there. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.